China's temper has been tested. Beijing unleashing a barrage of ballistic missiles towards Taiwan. Its biggest drills in the Taiwan Strait yet, a day after US House Speaker Nancy Pelosi visited the island in solidarity.
We will not escalate conflicts or provoke disputes, but we will firmly defend our sovereignty and national security. Taiwan will never be knocked down by challenges.
China has chosen to overreact and use the speaker's visit as a pretext to increase provocative military activity in and around the Taiwan Strait. We anticipated that China might take steps like this.
Japan is Pelosi's last stop on her Asian tour, where officials say 5 of the missiles had landed in the country's exclusive economic zone.
We believe this is the first time Chinese missiles have fallen within Japan's exclusive economic zone.
Meeting with Japan's PM, the two committed to upholding stability in the Taiwan Strait.
The Chinese have tried to isolate Taiwan.
The speaker defiant amid criticism her trip to Taiwan was provocative.
We will not allow them to isolate Taiwan. They are not doing our travel schedule.
We're going to speak up and speak out for human rights, human dignity, and democratic process.
Beijing's drills send a stern message to Taipei, but they're also being seen as a warning to Tokyo. Japan controls islands that are very close to Taiwan, and a possible attack from China is at the forefront of strategic thinking.
The thinking in Tokyo is that these same tactics, the same aggressive behaviour could be used towards Japanese territory as China perhaps seeks to wrench control of the Senkaku Islands from Japan.
A worry that'll drive Japan's push to double its military spending.
James Oaten joins us from Tokyo, and East Asia correspondent Bill Birtles is in Geelong City, northern Taiwan. First to you, James, and Japan is calling for an immediate stop to China's exercises. How has China responded?
Well, Kirsten, not only has Japan called for these exercises to stop and it's criticised these exercises, the Defence Minister went one step further and labelled them a threat to the lives of Japanese people. But Beijing is dismissing these protests, and in fact in Cambodia, Beijing announced it was cancelling a bilateral meeting it had planned on the sideline of these ASEAN meetings after the G7 there released a statement criticising the drills. So Japan and China remain at loggerheads, and this will only give more excuses to Japan to continue bolstering its defences in the southern islands.
And Bill, China has clearly expressed its disapproval over this visit. Are things likely to calm down after Pelosi's departure from the region?
Well, Kirsten, China's army says it's finished the live fire component of these exercises. That saw missiles coming down close to the Taiwanese coast. Up here in northern Taiwan was one of the areas affected. But for the next couple of days, naval and air force drills are likely to continue. That will put pressure on Taiwan's armed forces. They've vowed to defend the sovereignty and territory. Now, on the diplomatic front, Beijing is turning up the pressure. Aside from Japan, other G7 ambassadors were summoned in the Chinese capital today over that criticism of China's response to Nancy Pelosi's visit. And also to Australia's Foreign Minister, Penny Wong, just late today, upgraded Australia's language describing the Chinese military drills as disproportionate and destabilising. It will be interesting to see whether China tries to apply pressure to mute further criticism of its response.